Okay, so somehow I forgot to make the disclaimer way late into the video editing, so that's my bad. This video is going to contain disturbing content and stuff. If you don't like disturbing content, then don't watch this. Well, welcome back everybody to yet another one of my videos. This time we're doing something a bit different, as you can see from the title. This is my first Iceberg video I'm ever going to do. I hope it won't be the last. Anyways, I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy this, but if you do, stick around to the end. Or if you this doesn't, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. But if you guys want me to do more Iceberg videos, let me know, because I like doing these. It'd be fun. But yeah, today we're looking at a iceberg made by this guy called the Gen Alpha Trauma Iceberg. Basically, it's similar to the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg, but it's trauma built by Gen Alpha. If you somehow don't know what the iceberg is by now, educate yourself, or I'll do it for you. An iceberg is a series of trivia where the lower you go, the more obscure and creepy it gets. So, like, at the top of the iceberg, you just have common knowledge that everyone knows, and then at the bottom, it's just like stuff that barely anybody knows, or just really creepy things. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not gonna waste your time any further. Let's get started. Let's go. Yeah. Among Us kill animations. This is based off of the kill animations as seen in Among Us. If you people somehow don't know what Among Us is, I have envy for you. But all at the same time, for those of you who actually don't know, I'll explain. Among Us is a social deduction game where basically there can be 1 to 3 imposters and a bunch of crewmates. Your job is to figure out who the imposters are and complete tasks in order to win. The imposters have to kill the crewmates in order to win. The imposters get a bunch of unique kill animations, and some of them look pretty disturbing, like getting an alien tongue through someone, splitting them in half or shooting them. And a lot of people just find it, I can see why it's kind of disturbing, but at the same time it's really cartoony and not really that scary at all. But if you find it's slightly disturbing and unnerving, it's fine, I guess. I just don't really find it that disturbing. Baldi's Basics. Baldi's Basics is a game created in 2017 for the Meta Game Jam by Micah McGonigal or something like that. I can't remember his last name. But the game got really popular after YouTubers like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, CoreyXKetch, after a whole lot of big name YouTubers played it. This is the same deal with the Among Us kill animations, to where I don't find it really that scary, because the game is meant to look intentionally bad, so it doesn't really give me the scare factor at all. Not even when it screams in my ear. But yeah, I just don't really find it that scary at all. I mean, I guess some children could find Baldi to be this scary, just coming up on you in total silence with nothing but hearing the slap of a ruler. Okay, now that I think about it, that's actually kind of disturbing, but it's still, I don't really find it that scary, but I understand why it's on here. Okay, so while I was editing this video, the guy who made the iceberg, he made it bigger, so now it looks like this. So now I'm gonna have to put this video into parts, so I'm sorry about that, but this just came out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm excited to still cover all these. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Bendy and the Ink Machine is a first-person survival horror game created by Kidley Beast, and it was first released in chapters, where chapter 1 was released in 2017, with a full release in 2018. Basically, the plot of the game is you're an ex-employee for Joey Drew Studios, where they made animations similar to the Mickey Mouse cartoons and other rubber hose style animations, and Joey Drew your friend Joey Drew tells you to come back to the factory for some reason, and when you get there, you realize that something's wrong and that the drawings have come to life and are trying to kill you. The same success story happened with this game that happened with Baldi, where big name YouTubers played it and everybody else started playing it, but nobody really talks about it anymore, even because that's what happens to all trending games. They just die out, unlike a few others that we'll get to soon, probably. Yeah. But, yeah, so there's supposed to be a sequel in the works. I don't know how far it's come or anything like that, so it's not on this iceberg. I didn't research it, and the sequel to Bendy and the Ink Machine is not on my list. Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat is an image created by Canadian artist Trevor Henderson back in 2018 and saw a peak in popularity in 2020. The cat is described to be tall, humanoid, and resemble rubber hose style animations, similar to Bendy, like we just looked at. The cat is said to live in a mall and stalk people. Since he got popular, so many animation memes have been made around him, and jokes and songs. Like, he was pretty huge for a little while. Even I was obsessed with Cartoon Cat for a little bit, but now I'm not really anymore. And he dropped in popularity pretty soon after he rose to popularity. But I do still recommend looking at Trevor Henderson stuff if you're into like SCP and creepy anomalies and Fear of the Unknown type of stuff. It's very interesting, and he's a good artist. COVID-19. I don't believe I have to explain this one too much, so I'm not going to go in depth. I'm going to make it really quick. COVID-19, if you somehow don't know, it is a virus that we're currently dealing with that can be deadly. I can totally see why children will find this scary, because dealing with a real-world virus that can kill people or make people not terminally, but like deathly ill is very terrifying. Just make sure you stay safe, social distance, get your shots, And don't believe any lies people tell you about it not existing, because committing simple mistakes like that could cost you your life. So please stay safe during this time, and I pray for y'all's safety. Creepypastas. Creepypastas refer to the term creepy as in horror, and copypastas, which means they're phrases of the internet that are shared around really quickly. Creepypastas originally got popular with stories like Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, and The Rake. Most of these, they're pretty terrifying. Thankfully, most of them aren't real. And even some are based on real world events, and some are based on actual myths and legends like Slender Man. And some of them are just stupid. But a creepypasta I enjoy is called 1999. I totally recommend it. It is really, really creepy. It's not actually based on anything. It's a completely original story. It's really long, but I promise you it's really, really good. Danganronpa. Okay, so my knowledge about this is very limited because I don't actually play/watch Danganronpa, so I don't really know much about it. So please bear with me, actual Danganronpa fans, while I try to explain it the best I can. From my knowledge, Danganronpa is a anime series/game about solving murders in a high school. I guess that can be creepy, just trying to solve mysteries and seeing horrific deaths. All I know about this is the execution, so maybe those could scare children as well. Like I said, I don't really watch/play these things, so just do your own research about it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a weeb, dang it. Not wrong with being one, I'm just not. Whatever, I'll just shut up now and go on to the next entry. Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club is a visual novel game created by Dan Salvato in 2017. The game basically goes for a bait-and-switch type, where it starts out as a dating sim but slowly devolves into a psychological horror. And I think it does this very, very well. Like, it's basically what Baldi's Basics tried to do, but honestly way better and actually good. But that's just my objective, stupid theory. Who cares? I play Roblox. Who cares about my opinions? Anyway, so yeah, I can definitely see why it'd be disturbing with its themed subjects of suicide and murder and death. Lots of death. Well, not lots of death, like 3 deaths, but whatever. Oh, wait, I'm spoiling it, aren't I? My bad. Anyways, yeah, that's basically it. Going to the next entry. Oh, there's also a lot of mods for it that continue the story. And it has gained such a huge fan base, which I am a part of because I love the game. Not because of anime girls or whatever. I know people are going to say that anyway, but I don't care because the game really works well as a psychological horror. Anyways, next one. Elsa Gate. Elsa Gate was a YouTube channel that disguised itself as for kids, with its Spider-Man and Elsa cosplaying thumbnails, but in reality, most of the videos were just weird and not appropriate for children at all, with lots of sexual tension between the two people that were cosplaying. A lot of people tried to get this channel banned for inappropriate content so many times until YouTube finally did, and I'd say that's one of the best things they've ever done. I don't know too much about this channel. All I know is that they made videos that disguised themselves as for kids, and they ended up finally getting banned for it. That just goes to show, make sure you're careful about what your kid is watching on the internet. Don't just click autoplay, because you never know, they could just end up watching another Elsa Gate or something stupid like that. FNAF jump scares. This entry should be pretty self-explanatory. This is referring to the jump scares found in the FNAF games. Now, I'm not going to include these jump scares because I want this video to be jump scare free, because that'd just be mean of me. So I'm just going to show y'all screenshots of them, and some of them look pretty creepy and terrifying. But honestly, in the FNAF games, it's not about the jump scares, it's about the tension of being jump scared. That's honestly more terrifying than the jump scares themselves. But like I said, I want this video to be jump scare free, so I'm not going to include them. Or any other jump scares on this list. Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss are series created by Vivian Medrano in 2019, where it follows demons in hell just doing things. Like in Has-Been Hotel, it's about demons running a hotel, and in Hell of a Boss, it's about a crew, a team of assassins. They're meant to be dark comedy shows like Family Guy and American Dad, but except taking place in hell and with demons. Both series can be watched on YouTube right now for free, so go watch them. They're pretty good from what I've heard. I haven't actually gotten around to watching them yet, but I heard good things about them. And apparently Has-Been Hotel, the second episode, is still being worked on to this day. But at least the first one's an hour and a half long, and there's multiple episodes in Hell of a Boss that you can go watch. It's interesting. Go do it and support the creator. Herobrine. Herobrine, it refers to this image right here that was posted on the Minecraft forum back in 2009. Basically, the person said that they were walking around in the fog, and back then, Minecraft couldn't really render properly, so most low-end computers would have this fog effect. And they said that they saw this model of Steve with no eyes in the distance. People have actually found the seed where this image was taken. It's obviously fake. There's no such thing as Herobrine, but so many theories spawned from this. Like how Herobrine is Notch's dead brother and stuff. Most of them were pretty dumb, but hey, it was a fun time to theorize and be scared of a Minecraft spirit coming in and haunting and deleting our worlds. I was terrified of Herobrine back then. It 2017. This entry refers to the 2017 remake of the miniseries It from 1990. The miniseries follows a bunch of kids trying to defeat an evil shape-shifting demon clown named Pennywise, who terrorizes them and feeds off their fear before eventually eating them. The miniseries was a runaway success, mostly because it was made by Stephen King. And in 2017, they decided to remake the miniseries just as a full-length movie. And it even got a chapter 2. Honestly, this new Pennywise design looks way scarier than the original, but there are people who say the original's scarier. I don't know why. The old Pennywise just looks like your dad dressed up in a costume, while the new Pennywise actually looks like a real monster demon thing trying to kill you. But it's whatever. People have their own opinions, and I definitely understand why this is on the iceberg. J Station. J Station was a YouTuber who first started out by doing 24-hour challenges where he'd basically just stay overnight in a place or as long as he could before getting kicked out. After losing monetization on that channel, he made a new one where he started focusing on 3 a.m. content. You guys have probably seen 3 a.m. type videos if you've seen people like Arcade Craniacs. But the difference between Arcade Craniacs and J Station is that Arcade Craniacs is supposed to be ironic. Like, he's supposed to be making fun of the 3 a.m. trope. There was a lot of 3 a.m. YouTubers back in 2017. Like, when it really got popular. Well, at least when I remember first seeing it and seeing it being popular. All of these are fake, by the way. All 3 a.m. videos are fake. Like, none of them are real. Some of them are so obviously fake, but a lot of little kids would believe it, and I can see why it would scare some. Like, who wouldn't be terrified of, I don't know, Dora the Explorer coming to kill you at 3 a.m. because you decided the cult hit her up at the witching hour? You know, she don't look good at 3 a.m., so that's why she would come kill you. Anyways, J Station ended up having his channel deleted, and his other channel where he did reactions on deleted as well. But he's trying to come back to the platform, which I hope he doesn't, because along with 3 a.m. videos, J Station also faked his girlfriend's death. Like, he said, he told his YouTube audience that she died. If he did all that for attention, but I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, considering his girlfriend would see the videos and she would obviously make one saying, wait a second, hey, that's not true. Like, so I don't know what his thought process was, but yeah, J Station is not a good person. He does not belong on this platform at all, and I hope he doesn't come back. Lemon Demon, Friday Night Funkin'. Lemon Demon, or as his official name goes, is just Monster. He's one of the antagonists from Friday Night Funkin'. He appears at the end of week 2 and at the end of week 5. Basically, the Lemon Demon's purpose is he basically just wants to eat boyfriend and girlfriend. We don't know too much about him now other than that, because he's also the only character in Friday Night Funkin' to have actual lyrics and not just beep boop, like just electronic sounds like all the other characters. So that's pretty interesting. Another funny thing before I move on to the next thing, because there's really not that much to say about this, is that some people would get this confused, like when someone was talking about the Lemon Demon band, because there's a band called Lemon Demon. Some people would think that they were talking about the Friday Night Funkin' character. So that's kind of funny, I guess. Logan Paul's Suicide Forest. The Logan Paul Suicide Forest video is a viral video that was uploaded by Logan Paul in 2017, where while wandering around a forest in Japan, he discovers a dead body hanging and decides to use this to exploit it for views. You know, because it's Logan Paul, why wouldn't he? I'm not going to dwell too much on this topic because it's kind of bad. Logan Paul is just another one of them scummy YouTubers that doesn't belong on this platform. The video obviously is taken down and you can't view it anymore, but a lot of people saw it when it first came out. Momo. So back in 2019, early 2019, there started a trend to go around the internet called the Momo Challenge. Basically, it was this hoax where somebody would send you something, a picture, I think it was sending you a picture of the Momo creature and saying if you didn't do all these horrible things, Momo was going to come and kill you. It was basically, it's kind of similar to the Slender Man stabbing story thing, if you guys ever read up on that. It's similar to that. A lot of parents were freaking out over this, but obviously it was a hoax, but lots of kids believed it, and lots of people got hurt because of it. It was unfortunate, and I wish it never happened, but, you know, it's the internet. It's false stuff is going to be spread around like crazy. It's really sad, though. And the Momo creature itself, I can understand why people would be scared of it. I used to be scared of it. Like, look at it. It looks freaky. It looks like if someone just like put a skin suit over a chicken. Like it's, ugh. But yeah, this was an edited Photoshop image. I can't remember the exact origins of it, but it's fake. It's like the Momo challenge isn't real. But since then, there's been similar stuff, but it hasn't gotten as like big as Momo challenge. Such as the Blue Whale challenge, which was being spread all over Discord for like a few days, from what I know, until Discord mods, like the staff, decided to put a stop to that kind of stuff, because they did not want another Momo challenge. Another thing about Momo challenge is that it was also a subject of 3 a.m. videos for a little while. J-Station hopped on that hype train. So many people. It was stupid. Omega Flowey. Omega Flowey is the final boss of the Undertale neutral run. After defeating Asgore, you find a save state up ahead, but as you try to save, your game, it won't let you save, and your save file gets deleted by Flowey. Basically, he then says that it was all your fault that he now has the 6 human souls, and that he is now going to become a god to kill you. And look at it. Look at Flowey here. He looks terrifying. The intro where he comes in is terrifying. The form itself is terrifying. It's just scary. It's creepy. I can see why people would be scared of this, because it's just freaky. This is some great talking I'm doing right now. Poppy Playtime. Poppy Playtime is an indie horror game made in 2021 by Examinations. Wasn't expecting that. But basically it sort of has the same Bendy kind of deal where they're releasing chapters at a time. But from what we've seen so far, it looks really, really good, and it's pretty creepy, and people are excited to see it. It's funny. It's fun. Basically, you play as an ex-employee of a toy factory, and you are asked to return to try and find missing people. And once you get there, you'll realize that soon something is wrong, as you have to go turn on power and stuff, and then one of the mascots of the toy factory, Huggy Wuggy, goes missing and starts chasing you down, trying to kill you. Huggy Wuggy here looks terrifying, and he is now the main staple of the Poppy Playtime series. But as most indie horror games are gonna go, the trend of this game is gonna die down, and everyone's gonna forget about it. That's just the unfortunate of these types of games. Everybody forgets about them after the popularity of the first chapter dies down. But the game does look high quality from what I've seen, and yeah, so I recommend go check it out because it's pretty good. Siren Head. Siren Head is a tall humanoid creature that is really skinny and is said to have sirens on its head, hence the name Siren Head. The Siren Head is created by Trevor Henderson, and he lurks around in the woods and uses and mimics noises of your friends and your family to try and lure you to him so he can eat you, I assume. It's sort of the way that the mythical creature sirens work, but imagine if it was on land and 30 feet tall. At least that's what I think Siren Head is. Okay, so I don't know a whole lot about Siren Head, admittedly, but I just know the bare minimum. But like I said before with Cartoon Cat, Trevor Henderson is a really great artist, and you should definitely go check him out. Sonic movie original design. It was just this. I don't know how Paramount thought that would be a good idea for the Sonic movie. But, of course, it was changed to what we see it as now. And, of course, the movie was a smash success, so that's why we're getting a second one. There is a theory that this was done as a publicity stunt to try and gain more attention to the movie. But I don't believe that. For one, it is really expensive to make a whole movie using that, because they had to remake the whole movie, not just the trailer and stuff, No, they had to remake the whole movie because they had already animated it like that, and that's expensive. Like, it takes a lot of money to animate. In case y'all didn't know, especially when it comes to mixing CGI and live action, like, it is not an easy feat. So it would just be a waste of time and resources to just do that. So I don't believe that rumor's real. Squid Game. Squid Game is a North Korean series on Netflix where a deadbeat dad is faced with the most difficult time of his life, and that's his child being taken away from him. So, out of desperation, he takes this random stranger's offer from a subway about joining a game where he can get rich really, really quickly. The series includes a bunch of disturbing twists on childhood games like Red Light, Green Light, and I can see why kids would be disturbed by it, especially considering it's really easy to access since most people have Netflix. Especially considering the circumstances of 2020 that have led to now. A lot of people have Netflix, so children would easily be able to access the Squid Game as they were just trying to watch Cocomelon or something. Versus Bob. Versus Bob is a Friday Night Funkin' mod that's pretty much a parody of other Friday Night Funkin' mods, where basically the main premise of a Friday Night Funkin' mod is that you meet a character, they're happy to sing with you, second song they're angrier and they're mad at you for beating them, and then third song they just transform into an all-out killing machine and want you dead. So basically that's what the Bob mod parodies, and I think they do it really, really well. And it just seems all normal at first, but then at the end, at the last song, it gets terrifying and scary. Like, way scarier than a parody would normally be. But I really do like this mod. It's really, really cool. I like it. I totally recommend it, because, like, it was unexpected the first time around. A fun fact about the Bob mod is that there's an ARG hidden behind it that has nothing to do with the Bob mod itself. Matt Pat made a video about it if you want to go check that out. Bubba Bowie TikTok guy. You know what? It'd just be better if I showed you this instead of just telling you about it, because I don't really know how to explain this one.
Baba Bowie. Baba Bowie. Baba Bowie. Baba Bowie.
Yeah, it's just the bizarre TikTok that got popular in 2020 because funny, I guess. Because it was funny. I did laugh. It was funny. I did laugh. Anyway, so, I guess it's on this iceberg because of how bizarre it is. And I guess some children might find that weird and disturbing, I guess. I don't know. Next entry, I guess. Creepy animation memes. This entry refers to the animation memes made around in 2016-2017, where basically people would animate their OCs to either dance or be edgy to either an edgy song or an edgy version of a song. The ones I remember most are from 2020 called Scratch That animation memes. The song used was one of Jack Stauber's song videos called There's Something Happening. Jack Stauber's a really good creator. I recommend him. As for my thoughts on animation memes themselves, I'm not a huge fan of them, but no hate towards any person. They're mostly well animated, but the whole edginess aspect of it, I'm not really that big of a fan of. But again, like I said, no hate to anybody who makes animation memes. Animating is hard. You guys put effort into anything, and I don't put effort into anything. So, Deathclaws. Okay, look, I have Fallout 4, but I haven't really gotten far into the game yet to where I can confidently say I know the lore. So, please forgive me if I don't know anything. But the Deathclaws are an enemy in the Fallout series, and they were made by the U.S. military for search and destroy missions, but one day they escaped into the wild and pretty much colonized everything, and they became an apex predator. And now they want you dead, so they're pretty dangerous, and they look freaky too. Like, look at this guy. Yeah, scary stuff. I can see why children would be scared of this. Like, they do not look friendly at all. They look like the type of creatures that would stab you for looking at them funny. Deep fake videos. Okay, so imagine you take Kendall Jenner's body, but rip her face off and put Donny Osmond's on it. That's a deep fake. And I think this entry refers to how it's getting harder to tell the difference between a real video and a deep fake video. I guess it's stimulating people's fears about AI or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really too sure about this one. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is a web series on YouTube where it's supposed to be like a parody of kids shows like Sesame Street and other stuff like that, but it's dark and disturbing and has deep meanings that I'm not going to spoil because I want you guys to go and look at it yourselves. I remember I used to be terrified of this series back then, and I would only watch the first one. Yeah, I was a little baby back then, but I have watched every single one. I'm excited to see what else gets made from it. And here's a little fun fact. Did you know that the creators of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared were hit up by the people by Cartoon Network to help with an episode of The Amazing World of Gumball? Yeah, look at the Gumball episode, The Puppets, and you can definitely tell. And it is amazing that they were actually able to do that. Like, I love it. Like, it's one of my favorite episodes of Gumball. Everywhere at the End of Time. Everywhere at the End of Time is an album created by the Caretaker, and it's supposed to be, from what I know, it's supposed to be something about dementia, I think. I'm not too sure. I haven't listened to it completely, but here's a fun fact for you. The song you're hearing right now is the first song on the album, so hey, that's cool. I recommend it, though. It's really, really nice, and it gives off this nostalgic, creepy aspect, which I can definitely see children being slightly disturbed by. Because a lot of people use it in their liminal space or backrooms type of videos, which I think we're going to get to later in the Iceberg. I hope so, because I want to talk about those. Anyways, yeah. Furry Fandom. Furry Fandom is a community subculture where people have interest in anthropomorphic animals with characteristics, with human-like features and characteristics. Basically, they'll make animal costumes and dress up in them. They get a bad rep for being weird, but I've known some furries and I've talked to a few, but they don't seem that bad. Like, I think everyone just jumps on the hate train because it's the hate train, it's the internet. Everyone's gonna hate people for no reason. But don't just go say every single furry is bad just because you've had bad experiences with, like, a few. Like, that ain't right. That's like saying we should kill every single man because one was a rapist or something like that. That's stupid. Like, that's singling out a whole group over something that very few people do. Like, there are furries that are weird, I will admit that, but not all of them are like that. Like, just saying. Iceberg Charts. I don't know anything about this one. I couldn't find any information about Iceberg Charts at all. I wonder what they are. Learning with... Okay, fine. I guess I'll explain what Iceberg Charts are again. It's been half an hour since I done that, so... Yeah, Iceberg Charts are list of information that goes from top to bottom, and the lower you go, the more disturbing it gets. There are Iceberg Charts for all different kinds of things, and if you think of like some kind of topic or something, chances are there's an iceberg about it. Rule 51 of the internet. If it exists, there's an iceberg of it. Learning with Pibby. On Halloween of 2021, the Adult Swim YouTube channel uploaded a video called Learning with Pibby, and it started out as a parody of cute animated kids cartoons before quickly taking a turn for the worse as some kind of glitch monster starts destroying her world, and so now Pibby has to go and cross over with a bunch of other cartoon characters to fix their worlds. It looks insane, and it looks like it's going to be like a new series, and it got popular way fast. Like, it blew up overnight. It was crazy. Everyone is excited for this, including me. I really want to see Learning with Pibby. And if you guys want to see it, comment down below. Lightning McQueen's Crash. This refers to the scene from the animated movie Cars where Lightning McQueen crashes, and I can see why this would scare children because the car is like living, breathing, it has feelings, so it's like it's actually being horribly injured and disfigured. So yeah, that'd be unpleasant. Liminal space. Told y'all I'd get to here. According to the aesthetics wiki, liminal space is a location that's a transition between two other places. There are states of being, and these places are typically abandoned. I don't know what any of that means. All I know is that whenever I look at liminal space images, I get feelings of nostalgia or dread. Like, it's a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like, y'all should go look up liminal space images for yourself, and I guarantee you will feel nostalgic, like you've been there or seen the place before. Meat Canyon. Meat Canyon is a YouTube channel run by Hunter Hancock, and these are creepy as heck, and his animations typically fall into the Uncanny Valley type of thing. Like, they are just bizarre, but it's sort of like a weird art form that I actually like. I recommend it, because, like, he's a really good animator. And that's part 1 of this iceberg done, and it caps out at around 40 minutes. Jesus Christ, this is going to take me forever to finish. But don't worry, I am going to finish this series because I really wanted to do it, and I asked the guy who made the iceberg specifically if I could. He said, sure, whatever, he doesn't care. Yeah, go subscribe to the best YTPer. He made the iceberg, link will be in the description. He's really cool, I like him. He's nice, he let me do this. Yeah, so with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, everything. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.